Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back! I'm Joey, and I'm here today with
Reagan.
And today we are starting a new series called Lunch Rants. Da-da-doo-doo. Lunch Rants. Da-da-doo-doo. Now today's lunch rant topic is Avengers: Infinity War.
If you haven't seen it,
Please stop this video. I have others. You can go watch those. There'll be a new one next Friday, so watch that.
Come back.
But if you have not seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, please do not watch this video because I am not taking the fall for if you are upset because you found out everything that's going to happen.
We're not gonna take that. You need to just exit now. Go away.
Go
come
watch
back
another
later.
video.
See after you've seen the movie. Come back later because you need to see the
Watch
movie.
it. Yes, see the movie, come back, rewatch this video, discuss, rant with us. Rant in the comments. Comments below.
That's what they're for.
Rant all that stuff.
Well, it's called lunch rants because we're making lunch, and so we've got the Georgia Foreman over here.
Which is warming up, so I'm not going to lift to show you, but it's just your
over
stereotypical
there.
George Foreman.
Yeah, and we've got sandwiches that we're gonna make. We got the bread and the cheese. That's what we have every time Joey's over. We have
Grilled cheese. So,
yeah, I went to the movie completely, didn't know anything because I wanted to look. I like watching movies like that, you know, not knowing what's happening. But I love going to movies not knowing what's gonna happen. And then I got in there and the credits rolled, and I was, Dad, and I've got tears
I don't
going
feel so
down
good.
my. Shut up, Joey.
I'm sorry.
And I've got tears down my face. The people in front of us are just like, "Is she okay?" And I'm just like, I am not okay. But then there's Joey.
Who, I saw a meme about Spider-Man's death.
You can see who we went to see the movie. Why?
Okay. So I saw a meme about it, and I'm like, nah, it can't be true. And then I'm at dinner with Reagan, and she's like, oh my gosh, I have no one to talk to me about. And you're like, I'm just like, oh well, I already saw a meme. Like, what could go wrong?
And then she looks up on the internet. She says, "Who dies in Infinity War?" And has a list of
Expecting like 3 people, you know, like the usual.
you know, like Captain America or Iron Man, whatever, because their contracts are about up.
Yeah. Everybody! Why did you go off?
Because after it gets so hot, that turns off because it's finished heating.
Oh.
That's done.
That's done. Ah! Reagan! Ah, it's hot! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, hello, cheese. Hello. Okay.
Star-Lord.
Needs to get his priorities together.
Star-Lord, they're all like ganging up on Thanos and whatever.
And Peter's like getting the glove off,
And the glove is literally off his hand, and Star-Lord punches him in the face. I mean, Mantis
get
got him all like in sleep thing. Like,
I know you're mad about Gamora's death, but she was gonna die anyway. She literally tried to sacrifice herself 4 times. You were about to kill her because she asked you to.
Bubbles.
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 Bubbles?
Bubbles. The alligator.
What alligator? Oh, that Bubbles. You get to be Bubbles. Bubbles is here to comfort us. This is Bubbles. This is Joey's boyfriend's best friend. Sorry, Jacob.
Bubbles. Why does everything turn to bubbles? Out of everything, Thanos, you choose Bubbles.
Like, why not, I don't know, spiders? No, that would make it worse.
That's why she said spiders. Can we talk about how Thanos thought he was doing the right thing?
And it honestly kind of made sense, but then you get to the end and you're like,
You're
wait
just
a
like,
second,
wait for
you're
that
killing
to happen. Or like, for that to happen, it's not just random people on the street. You gotta think about all those people have lives. They have children, they have husbands, they have wives, they have kids, they have parents. They're all gonna
They have
die.
like relationships with people, and then all of a sudden they're all just gone? To dust?
To dust?
'Cause
You know the dust at the end of the movie that's on Tony Stark's hand? If I can find the picture, I'll insert that. That's Peter's ashes from when he like dust off. And that's why he's holding it and like kissing it. Because he's kissing Peter like his dead. He's like, no!
Okay. But Thanos honestly thought he was doing the right thing because his planet completely is demolished because he couldn't do it. They wouldn't let him do it.
Yeah.
And so he's thinking, well, I'll do this to the rest of the universe.
And I'll save
because
everybody
it'll
else,
save
except for
everybody.
the one half.
the half of humanity that's dead now.
Peter Parker knew he was dying.
The spider
He's
senses.
a spider senses. He could tell something was wrong. That's why he's like, I don't feel so good, versus everybody else who just evaporated.
Everybody else is just, Peter Quill is just standing there, and all of a sudden he's just dust. And he doesn't even like, he makes a reaction, but not
Just
very
like,
much. But then there's Spider-Man who's just, I don't feel so good.
I don't want to go. I'm sorry, Mr. Stark. I'm sorry. Because his spider senses, the reason it takes him so long to die is because of his accelerated healing is trying to heal him back together. But it can't happen because there's no help in it. But why did he have to die?
He doesn't die in the freaking comics. Why does he have to die here?
No. Although Peter Parker fighting, I'm sorry guys, half of this video is going to be about Tom Holland and Peter Parker. Just accept it now. Embrace it, accept it, understand it. Okay, so when Peter Parker's fighting, when he's just like, and magic of the cake, and because he's going through all Doctor Strange's portals, it's great, it's adorable.
That's amazing. It's just and magic.
Magic with the cake.
Kick the table.
Just kick the camera over.
Made up names. Oh, the made up names. That
Just
line.
Just like, oh, we're using our made up names. Then I'm Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange just goes, oh, that's my real name too.
The number of good lines in this movie, it's amazing.
Great. Like all of the like father, son, Tony, and Peter bonding moments are just like, yeah,
Aww.
but the kid knows more about movies.
Alien. Oh my goodness. He uses Alien in that, and then in Civil War he uses
What was it?
Star Wars.
Yeah, we were watching Civil War.
AT-ATs.
We watched Civil War last night.
In preparation.
Preparation for the video. Talk about character development. Like during Thor Ragnarok, Thor's just like this big, like, I'm gonna beat up anybody who gets in my path or kills any of my family
Not
members.
Ragnarok. The one before that. Ragnarok is the one where he really develops into
He
this
starts
funny character.
developing, yeah. But he's still kind of like the tough, like,
yeah, but
macho guy.
he's got some humor to him finally. In
Yeah.
that last movie, we're just not even going to talk about the last Thor movie.
Yeah. But, like, you know, he wasn't, like, as nice as he is. He was still kind of just like, oh, well. He was so nice to Gamora. Like, everybody was expecting him to punch Gamora when Gamora was just like, Thanos is my, like, stepfather. And
I understand. Family.
It's like, I understand. Family's terrible. That's, like, a great line.
Speaking of Gamora and Thor, they have so much in common. A sibling that is blue and is adopted, and, you know, fathers that, you know, are crazy.
Yeah. Dead mothers.
Dead mothers. Just a lot of things.
I didn't want to just kill Vision when he first asked her to. Like, I know that Thanos still could have gone back to do it, and it would have been terrible still.
They thought they were going to be able to take it out without taking a life, because Captain America was like, we're not trading lives here, we're trying to save them.
Although, what was the quote from Civil War last night that we watched? It was, in order to win this battle, some of us are going to have to lose.
It's like, no, nobody has to lose. Except for Thanos, because die.
Okay, on a humorous note, Rocket is totally a rabbit.
Rocket is a rabbit. Oh my goodness, Rocket this entire movie, Rocket in Bucky's arm. He's like, hey, how much for the gun? He's like, it's not for sale. What about the arm? And he just glares at him and then walks off. It's amazing.
I love how the Hulk just never showed up. Bruce was just like, Hulk, you coming? He's just like, no!
They clickbait. It's clickbait. In the commercial, there's Hulk battling in Wakanda. He doesn't show up. I mean, at the very beginning, he gets, you know, thrown through a universe, but
that's it.
That's it.
Groot. I am Groot. Groot yells "Dad" when he's like dying to Rocket. He goes, "Dad!" I'm suing Marvel. Can we sue? Is it legal to sue Marvel?
Can we sue for money to go, you know,
fly to go see the movie with Tom Holland when it premieres?
Well, I was thinking, you know, therapy, but that's better.
That's the best therapy there is.
Or can we just sue and say, hey, I promise I won't sue if you'll just let me go to the premiere?
Yeah. Maybe
a few months early.
Yeah.
Like now, a few months early.
Like now, like we know you have it done. Just show us now.
Please.
Okay, so on the bright side, like, you know, maybe the deaths, they can't be permanent because Or there's just a lot of flashbacks because we were looking up what movies Tom Holland was in, trying to find something good to watch last night. And he's the 7th billed person on the new Avengers movie that's going to come out in like a year. He's the 7th billed person. So maybe
he has to come back, right?
Right. And there's a part 2 of Spider-Man Homecoming. Or second movie of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Or just Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
2. You were eating the food. After seeing the movie, I came home and I texted this huge group chat that we're in asking, okay, who has seen Infinity War because I need to rant. I'm so glad we're making this video because this is making me feel so much better. But I texted and I have one of my friends, Anna Grace, who...
Hey, Anna Grace!
Who texted me and said, hey, I've got so many memes and different things that she just sent me one after another. And I was like, it's making me feel better, but I'm still weeping.
That's why after I read what happened, I literally did not want to look at anything. Like, I stayed off the Explore page on Instagram. I didn't go on my Pinterest for the next 2 days. And then I finally got to the point where I'm like, I can look it up. I can do it.
See, what I did was I watched like interviews, like Tom Holland and
anything Tom Holland,
and you know, just funny moments and bloopers and
I went and I just watched Vines to distract myself.
Because if she saw anything Tom Holland or anybody that died,
And then it got to the point to where after that there was a day where I was just like, okay, I can finally do it. And then I couldn't do it anymore. That's when I found out that this death scene was improvised. And then I'm sad. And then after I went and saw it, Reagan texted me, as soon as you get home, call me.
And we talked on the phone
for an hour.
We have screenshot proof. It was like, we just went back and forth for like the first half hour. You were still crying. I was like trying to not so you could stop.
I cried as soon as we got in the theater. Because like I knew what was happening. I cried like for like 5 minutes when Loki died. But I was kind of like, you know, like I'm used to this. You've died before. We're chill. I died when Peter Parker came onto the screen. I died. Oh my gosh. I cried when Peter Parker came onto the screen.
But did you?
Did I die?
Did we? Is that what happened?
And then I cried the entire last hour of the movie. Once like everything just started piling up and everybody kept losing.
It's like we're watching 6 different movies, and once it gets down to 2, it's
like something's bad.
Oh dear.
I like cried. It was terrible. I cried the entire last hour. Like you could hear my sobs like when the movie was over. So you have me running around in a Spider-Man onesie, carrying a Spider-Man bag, bawling my eyes out.
But when I saw it, it was just I've seen it twice now. I had to. Anyways, but I was just sitting back in my seat and I was like, I'm gonna put my 3D glasses back on.
That's what I did was I pulled up the hood and I just kind of...
The eyes glow in the dark.
Yeah. I just kind of like did that and I like cried into the hood. It was fine. Like
everything's fine.
You could hear like grown men sobbing in the theater too.
It's terrible. It's like it's this
weird feeling after is just
quiet. It's nobody's talking.
It's everybody contemplating life. It's just like,
and everybody else's lives that are no more.
I'm just like, no, that can't be happening. But long story short, I might die because I have to wait a year to see the next movie. But I also need that long to recover.
True.
We should have just stayed in bed. We shouldn't have gone to see a movie. We should have just stayed in bed.
Should have stayed on the bus.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, I mean, we may have teared up a few times, but that's probably cut. So
be sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz.
And comment your rants down below.
And any other video ideas.
If you have something else you want us to rant. Yeah.
Let us know. We'll see you next week.